John, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good, and thank you for taking the time. John, a lot of us have spent, obviously, a whole lot of time focusing on Stefon Diggs, newcomer, and all of that. But you, last year, had a tremendous first year impact on this team, showing that you can be a difference maker, game changer type of player. How do you see Stefon's arrival and what you've kind of seen working with him in practice and such as impacting what you do, how you kind of complement each other?
With Stefon, and it's been great. He's an all-around receiver, and he brings energy to a lot of us in the receiver room, and he brings energy to me, and it takes a lot of. I think it'll take a lot of pressure off me, and I'll be able to help him. If anyone decides to double coverage him or anything. But with Stefon Diggs being here, everyone loves him, and we're happy to have him.
And as a follow-up, after your first season and you had a chance to assess everything and what you were able to do and what you were all about, how have you maybe adjusted anything since then, like either physically or other ways to up your game? What did you maybe address during the off season, which was, I know, a different one for all you guys, but how did you handle from John Brown in 2020?
You kind of went out.
Oh, okay. So the question is, did you do anything specifically in the offseason to alter your game or physically or whatever to improve yourself as a player in 2020?
Yes, I definitely added Pilates, to my workout plan. That was something new to me. And I think that's something that's helped me, from this day forward. And also, I've been working off season, working on my yards after catch.
Great. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Hey, John, Dan Fates up in Rochester. Thanks for this. Cole Beasley talked earlier that with the addition of Diggs, everybody's got to understand that there's only one ball and to kind of be selfless. In a position that's kind of synonymous with having an ego as a wide receiver, you seem to embrace kind of flying under the radar. Was that something that was taught to you when you got into the league, or is that just something that you've always kind of been about?
That's that was something just in me, and for that standpoint, it wasn't even football related. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers, so it was always one thing we always had to share. So I'm used to that.
Was that anything? Did you learn? I mean, did Larry Fitzgerald kind of another guy that quietly just went about his business? Was that another guy that kind of had an impact on you?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Larry always came to work, and, he always taught me things that I didn't know, and just, focus on, the play when the ball do come to you.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Hey, Smoke, you're going into your 7th season this year and just playing with a lot of great receivers like Larry Fitzgerald, being in the NFL now for 7 seasons. What's different about this offense? What's different about these wide receivers that you get to play next to this season?
It's just we have a lot of ball players, and I think we're pretty stacked at the receiver position, more than I ever been, on any team. And just to be around those guys, it's exciting and it's fun every day.
Hey, John Worrell with the Associated Press here. Thanks for doing this. Going back to what Cole Beasley said about a week ago or so, he's stopped focusing on numbers and looking at, not just production, but what to help the team. How have you had to readjust your mindset, knowing what you can do and what you were able to do last year, but knowing that there's 3 guys out there that are capable receivers with the addition of Stefon Diggs and even what Gabe Davis has shown in practice?
I don't have to reset nothing. I've been through this before, when I was with Larry Fitzgerald, Michael Floyd, we had 3 best receivers, and we just made plays when they came to us, and we was close to having 3 receivers over 1,000 yards. So we made anytime the ball came our way, we took advantage of our opportunities, and that's what it's going to be. And if you want to win, you have to stop being selfish and focus on winning and make the plays when they do come to you.
And just as a follow-up, what do you make of what, Cole's, what do you make of what Cole can continue to do? And he acknowledged that he's changed his attitude, his mindset on this. What do you make of what you see from Cole a year later, from last year?
Oh, Cole, he's always going to be him. He's he's all about winning, and most of the times when he doesn't see the ball much in practice, he's still fine. He's walking around the same way. And, we all here because we want to win. And this organization, they do a great job of getting guys that's not selfish.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, John. Adam Unger from 7ABC here in Buffalo. Just wondering how you've seen your role change so far this season, because you talk about the stacked wide receiver room. And even Sean earlier today was talking about the entire position room being unselfish. So how have you seen your role change so far with the addition of Diggs and the 2 rookies?
As far as my role change, is only thing it was different that I was moving around a lot last year, getting into certain spots. But, with Stefon Diggs there, we got him in the spot that, that he played, and I got a spot that I play. So, that's the only thing changed. But, I'm still focusing on what I can focus on.
In your own words, what does that kind of free you up to do, not having to move around to a bunch of different spots now that you have somewhere to go, Stefon has somewhere to go, and Cole has somewhere to go?
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to play football. It'll be times where, I'm sure things will be moved around in different ways, but right now it's just got to play football and just know your assignment.
Thanks, John.
Hey, John, Sal Capaccio, WGR Sports Radio 550. Good to see you, man.
How you doing?
Hey, good. I'm good. I want to go back to what you said about the wide receiver room being, the best you've been on or one of the best you've been around. And also, we know that this team has some really talented defensive backs. I know when we watch you guys go one-on-one, it's been pretty competitive out there. How cool is it just to kind of see that competition on a daily basis, and how much Sean talks about iron sharpening iron?
Oh, it's been real good. And, just going against those guys, you have to be prepared every day. If you come out there and you're not feeling it, I think it's best to sit out. So every day you got to come with your A game, because we're battling going back and forth, and we both hate to lose as an offense and a defensive unit. So every day we knowing that it's going to be a showdown. So we just have to come prepared.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Hi, John. Mark Gaughan from the Buffalo News. I missed the start, so if you answered this, I apologize. But Saturday, obviously, is cut-down day. It's going to be nervous for some young guys. I mean, just what do you think about the decision Brandon Beane's got to make? I mean, a couple young guys, no matter how you slice it, who could be on a team, aren't going to make it.
Oh, that's a tough decision. That's the saddest part, and it sucks, just not having preseason games. And, I can't really say much on that. I don't make the decisions, but I just know it's heartbreaking and it's tough, because you're making friends, and at the end of the day, most of us have to go.
Thank you.
Hey, John, Matt Perino here. Thanks for taking some time. I was just curious as to, you guys get here with so many, questions a few weeks ago about what this season was going to look like and new protocols that are in place. Now, a few weeks into it, how comfortable do you feel? How much more, have you moved on to a place where it's almost like you don't think about the COVID stuff as much anymore because you're in such a rhythm of a daily routine?
Yes, we're definitely in the daily routine, and, they do a great job of taking care of us and making sure everything is the way it need to be in the building. And once we're done here, we go back home. And, I haven't been thinking about it much because I'm here on my own. And once I go home, and it's just football time, and, I do my job, I do my assignment, and I head back home and get ready for the next day.
And when you went through the scrimmage last week, what was that environment like playing? I mean, I know you practiced and even played scrimmages before with no fans, but thinking and envisioning what it's going to be like, what was that like?
Oh, it was most definitely crazy, and it's something new. Going live in practice. I never did that, but it's something that we got to get used to because of no preseason games, and coach been doing a great job of preparing us.